people to truth, exhorting people to patience and perseverance. And to get this ticket is very easy in the month of Ramadan, because Iman level rises in the month of Ramadan. Furthermore, your righteous deed, the reward is multiplied. It's easier. You can call people to truth, your patient level increases. So this hadith means that you have to have the criteria. Then inshallah you should go to Jannah and you will not go to hell. But that doesn't mean that 100% people who die will go to Jannah. Surely, those who are non-believers, they have got no Iman. So there's no question that they will enter Jannah. If a person has to enter Jannah, he requires a ticket. And the ticket to Jannah is Surah Al-Asr. Furthermore, if you read the hadith, it says that only if you fast in the month of Ramadan, that means, and you follow all the rules and regulations, and abstain from things which are prohibited, then the doors of heaven will be open and the gates of hell will be closed. Furthermore, it says, in this month is a night which is equivalent to more than 1,000 months, indicating that even if you pray and worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this one night, it will be equivalent to more than 1,000 months, is about more than 80 years. Imagine. So the chances for you to get reward only in this one night is more than a lifetime. An average human being lives for 60 years. So one Laylatul Qadr is more than 1,000 months, is about more than 80 years, more than average life of a human being. The chances are very easy to go to Jannah. And the ending part of the hadith says, a person who's deprived of these blessings is truly a deprived person, indicating that everyone will not go to Jannah. Everyone will not find the doors of heaven open. It says, the ending part, very important, that a person who's deprived of the blessings in this month is truly a deprived person. That means telling us Muslims that if you cannot get the benefits of the month of Ramadan, and then if you cannot go to Jannah, then you are truly a deprived person. That even includes the non-Muslims who haven't got the Hidayah. They are truly the deprived people.
So Dr. Zakir, well, Jazakallah khair, and I thank you for those intriguing answers, particularly pertaining to the last two questions which you answered so eloquently. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. Brothers and sisters, I hope you benefited as much as I did today by listening to the show. And tomorrow we shall be discussing an introduction to Ramadan, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, until tomorrow at the same time.
حافظين ذاكرين قانتين خاشعين مسلمين مؤمنين للإله عابدين شهرنا صوم وعتق وقلوب.
It's approaching the close down of this transmission, but before we take leave of you, I'll look once again at major stories. I am Fatou Jassi. The President, His Excellency Sir Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh, has denounced the practice of rumor-mongering employed by those bent on stalling the sacrifices of individuals dedicated to the cause of nation building. The President went on to say that such actions have recently been used to rumor the sacking of government officials, which he described as misleading and unpatriotic. Professor Jammeh was speaking at State House on Thursday while dishing out consignments of sugar to Muslims through their respective local authorities. The Minister of Information and Communications Infrastructure have said that developing broadband in Africa requires the adoption of ICT applications, the development of local content and maintenance. Alhaji Cham was speaking at the opening of International Telecommunication Union's Sub-Regional Human Capacity Development Forum for English, and forum is centered on the theme Broadband Development, Human Capital Development Challenges for Africa. The Independent Electoral Commission Thursday met with representatives of the various political parties and media practitioners. The meeting was convened to brief officials on the findings of marching down on the general voter registration exercise, as well as to seek their support in handling the issue of double registration by people who have registered more than once and are to surrender one of the documents or face the law. A crew of the United States Coast Guard is in the Gambia for a week-long tour. The crew's mission is to work with their Gambian counterparts to ensure a prosperous maritime environment and foster a strong relationship through the exchange and sharing of skills, knowledge and experience. Well, shortly after docking in Gambian waters, the Coast Guard crew and American Embassy jointly hosted a cocktail reception on board the vessel. Over now to internationals. The effects of drought and famine in Somalia are showing no signs of abating, as hundreds of Somalis flee the war-weary nation on a daily basis, whilst camps in neighboring Ethiopia and Kenya can no longer cater for the huge number of people seeking sanctuary there. Some are risking their lives running to Mogadishu despite the raging conflict there between the Islamic group Al-Shabaab and government troops. Millions of people in the Arab world were glued to their television screens as they followed the trial of former Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak. The 80-year-old Aileen Mubarak, brought to court on a stretcher, is facing trial for allegedly ordering the killing of anti-government demonstrators and embezzling funds together with his 2 sons and 6 other defendants. 4 Guatemalan elite soldiers have been sentenced to more than 6,000 years in prison for their role in the killing of thousands of people in the Guatemalan Civil War. The 36-year-old conflict has left 100,000 people dead and 40,000 more still missing. And with that, we come to the end of the news. Thanks for joining us and have a pleasant morning.